Hello, and welcome to True 100% Plus, episode 28. Straight off the bat, I forget to take the bike that I stored last episode. Just completely forgot about it. I'm pretty sure I use it later, otherwise I'll use it at some point, but yeah. Hi. So, this episode and the next two episodes are all about getting rare vehicles, as the title may suggest. That's my catchphrase, right? As you probably figured out from the title. Yeah, so in this episode, I'm going to be trying to collect lots of some rare vehicles, but also some common vehicles that I just haven't driven yet. As I've been talking about in previous episodes, I've been keeping a big list of every single vehicle I've driven so far. And I plan on driving every single vehicle I possibly can in the master save, apart from the few select ones you can't get this early. And then, like, later on down the line, I'll probably properly review every vehicle. Like, give it, like, a test, like, a lap time and stuff like that. That'd be a lot of fun, doing every vehicle like that. But for now, in the master save, I can't do every vehicle, so it's better to just drive them once. So yeah, my priority is trying to have driven every vehicle I can at least once. And that means just getting inside of it counts as well. But yeah, this is a good time to probably shout out all the people that have been helping me keep track of all the vehicles I've driven. There's been like 2 or 3 people pretty consistently in the comments telling me all the vehicles I drive in each episode. I should probably like note them down myself, but it's like, because I record so much, I forget what vehicles I drive when. Like right now I'm in an Elegant, obviously, but when I re-record so much, it's like, the last thing I want to do is watch my video back and note down all the vehicles I actually drove in the final version of it. So it's actually, you guys have a better knowledge of the videos than I do, because I remember all these things that didn't happen, right? That weren't recorded or uploaded or whatever. So yeah, thanks to all those people. Keep doing it, and you're going to have fun the next few episodes, because I'm going to drive a lot of different vehicles. But yeah, anyway, a vehicle I have driven before, and I've driven like every episode almost, is this glorious Shabble. So yeah, straight off the bat, we're flying to the Badlands, and we're going to get our first, like, air quotes, rare vehicle. It's the quad bike, basically. There's a quad bike that spawns over here, and I'm going to use it to travel to other rare vehicles. So yeah, like I was saying, I'm not interested in storing every vehicle, because that would be impossible and a waste of time. As I get a nice shotgun to the back. I'd rather just drive every vehicle at least once, and use it if I can, if it has like a purpose that I could use it for, but otherwise I'm not too interested. But yeah, obviously in the Badlands it's pretty difficult having 4 stars. Well, in the Badlands it's not too bad, because, because there's like not many roads and stuff for the police to spawn in. There's also like no vehicles to use to escape them, so it's kind of annoying. But yeah, just over this hill, there it is, there's the quad bike. It spawns next to this little lake, and there we are. I have driven a quad bike. Woohoo, we can mark that off the list. Yeah, so I went through all the list of vehicles I haven't driven yet. And I made, like, compounded the list and tried to get all the ones I haven't driven. Speaking of vehicles I haven't driven yet, here's a Glendale. Except this is a special Glendale, because it's one of those beaten up ones. Even if you, like, store this in a garage, or take it to a pay and spray, and all that other stuff, it stays this broken, right? It's like a beaten up Glendale, it's kind of cool. So there's that, so I've driven a Glendale now as well, woohoo. Yeah, so I made like a big list of all the vehicles I haven't driven, and I tried to isolate the ones that had, like, that were, you could get, like, unique in some way. There's a few that, like, special, like, quad bike only spawns in very specific locations, doesn't spawn on the road or anything, so yeah, I went to get this and stuff. But I must say, I have to take another shotgun to the back. I must say, because I'm basically plagiarizing him, FNX Rack, again, is a person I've mentioned several times in this series, who has basically done what I'm doing, but like 3 years earlier than me. most of the methods for getting these vehicles I took from his YouTube. He just like discovered most of these, and like, well, I don't know if he discovered them, but he's the one who made videos that I watched to figure out how to do it. So big shoutouts to FNX Rack. I have no idea if you're still active or not. You haven't uploaded a very long time. But if you ever watch this, sorry I basically stole everything from you. Yeah, almost all the vehicles in this episode he got, and I basically just copied him. I try to make it different and unique and use my own ideas and stuff. Speaking of ideas, that one was a bad one, and that didn't work very well. So yeah, I don't have a quad bike anymore. Also, I got on this Wayfarer while I was on fire, which kind of destroyed the Wayfarer. But I haven't driven a Wayfarer yet, so now I can mark that off my list as well. Woohoo! Or was it Wayfarer, Glendale? I'm literally editing a list right now. Yeah, so so believe it or not, I somehow haven't driven a Wayfarer this this series, but I have now, so I guess that counts. What was I saying? Yeah, so yeah, quad bike. Yeah, quad bike blew up. I'm gonna go back and get the quad bike. When that happened, I was considering like re-recording this segment, but I was kind of short for time if I wanted to get this out like on time. And honestly, it wasn't that big a deal. Just have to drive back and stuff and get the quad bike and drive there again. It's not like I died or anything like that. So yeah, and if anything, I gained because I drove the Wayfarer, which I hadn't before. So woohoo! As the quad bike crushes me, goddamn. So yeah, here I arbitrarily decide to take a different route for some reason. I don't know why. I get stuck a little bit here. Yeah, it's like, I look at this rock face, it's like, that's not climbable, and then I look at this, it's like, that might be climbable, but no, it isn't. And then I look at the map, and I'm like, oh, there's a green bit over here, so it's like, I could just squeeze this way. Yeah, there you go. Cool trees, though. It's these damn annoying trees that I think aren't there if you play on, like, low graphic settings. But I don't want to do that. So yeah, we're just gonna drive this quad bike to San Fierro and pick up a few more rare-ish vehicles in San Fierro. I guess they should be called rare-ish cars. I don't know. I was gonna make the episode rare cars, but there are some rare cars. There's a couple rare cars in this towards the end. The first few aren't super rare, but yeah. Anyway. Almost at San Fierro, just driving the quad bike super slowly. I'm going to have fun editing this, because later on, there is a whole lot of nothing later on, basically. There's a whole lot of me driving up and down a road looking for vehicles for like an hour later on. I have no idea how long this video is on YouTube, but right now the video is 1 hour 50 minutes, so it's almost 2 hours long. So I don't feel like commentating me driving up and down a road looking for vehicles for 2 hours, so probably gonna speed that up. We'll see. Oh well, look, here you go. This is a ZR. I haven't actually driven this yet, but now I have. Woohoo! Quickly mark that off my list as well. I made a lot of notes of all the cars I was missing. I was gonna get in a later episode. I'm just editing that now before I forget. So yeah, this is going really well. We're marking a load of vehicles off the list. It's amazing what you can find when you actually look for it, I guess. Also, pointless bribe star. Now, the reason I drive that way, the reason I'm driving this way specifically, is because there's roads nearby, but I'm not on them. So the police are like spawning on top of the motorway and stuff, and not actually bugging me. Like when I picked up the bribe star, you could hear the sound of a cop car, but it was like on the thing above me. So it didn't really annoy me that much. Anyway, here I decided to take the paint spray to repair the quad bike, because it's kind of damaged. You may have noticed I kind of drove past my garage. That's because I am actually planning on storing this quad bike. I don't know why, just arbitrarily decided to store it at the time. Storage space is really limited. I should be more careful. Maybe I'll remove the quad bike from where it is. Yeah, so I arbitrarily decide to store the quad bike inside the police impound for some reason. So yeah, if you've watched all the episodes of the series, you'll know that the police garages have like, you know, a hidden garage that's used as an impound and stuff. It's how I store my Hydra, it's how I got the Hydra in the first place. And yeah, now we're going to use it. Unfortunately, there's a barrier in my way. I tried shooting it, but apparently I can't shoot that destructible object. I thought I could. Anyway, I get through it in the end, and yeah, keep going. But yeah, if you want to know more about the hidden impounds and like that whole feature of this game, I think I extensively talk about it in the Hydra episode, which is episode 15, I believe. Yeah, also you could just Google it and stuff, but it's not something I'm going to cover here. But yeah, basically, there's a garage. If I walk away, the quad bike will disappear. There we go. If I walk back towards it, the garage loads again, and it's there. So then I walk away, unload it, make sure to keep it unloaded, and leave. And yeah, these police impounds can be really finicky, and sometimes they like to eat your vehicles. As anyone who watched the Hydra episode will know again. But thankfully, I checked later on using a save file editor, which I obviously don't cheat with. I just use it for view my save files. And yeah, the quad bike is still there, so I've got nothing to worry about. Also, that was a Landstalker, I think. And I tried to get in it, but I couldn't quite. So that's another vehicle I'm going to have to do later. In the end, I just resort to the taxi. Good old taxis with their Hydrus. Nitrous. And jumping ability. So yeah, that was a quad bike. I decided to store it for some reason, even though it has a consistent spawn, so if I ever wanted one, I would just go there. Don't know what the hell I was playing at. I do that a few times in this episode, I think, just store vehicles that I really shouldn't be storing. Okay, the next vehicle is this fire truck. So this fire truck is special because it doesn't have a hose, and instead it has a ladder. So it is a ladder fire truck. There you are. The name is still just fire truck, but obviously in the code it's like a completely different vehicle. So yeah, there's the ladder fire truck. It like swings around and stuff. It's actually just like it's just worse, objectively worse than the other fire truck because you just can't do Firefighter with it. Also, back then, that was a double-decker, not a double-decker, a double-train tram? I don't normally see those. I normally only see them with one car. That was like a two-car tram. Like, huh, that's a thing. Apparently it is. Trams are another thing we're going to have to ride one day. I don't know if you can drive them in single-player. You can with mods. I don't know if there's a glitch that lets you drive them in single player, but I'll worry about that later. And maybe I'll discover one. Woo! But yeah, it's a double car tram. That's kind of interesting. Anyway, since this fire truck has a very consistent spawn, I'm not really worried about it, keeping it or anything. And here's the next vehicle. It's a Bandito. Whoa! So yeah, here's another vehicle I haven't driven. It's actually a pretty cool vehicle as well. And this one I decide to store? Yeah, I think I do. I recorded this a few days ago, and I've driven so many other vehicles I've kind of forgotten everything. yes, I do. Yeah, I decide to take the Bandito all the way to Los Santos and store it in the garage. Why do I decide to do that? Okay, whatever. I'll drive it at some point, it's fine. Maybe in like the next episode I can drive it to a place or something. I've got to get rid of all these vehicles that I shouldn't be storing. Also, there's a BF injection, but I think I've already driven that. In fact, I'm certain I already have. And yeah, we're just going to drive this Bandito all the way back to Los Santos, undrown it, and get it onto the beach. There's a whole lot of driving in this episode, and I don't have a whole lot to talk about, so I'm gonna go ahead and speed this up. Okay, so here I decide to stop, turn around, because I see the hot dog vehicle, and I'm like, ooh, hot dog vehicle, I haven't driven that yet, so I was like, quick, let's turn around and get that. Also, it's kind of stuck in the wall, which is really interesting. I don't know if they did that accidentally or if this is a set spawn or what, but yeah, we're just stuck in the wall. There you go, I managed to pop out though. So yeah, I made that like detour to get in the hot dog van, but I've already driven a hot dog van. I drove it in episode 5. So yeah, that was kind of pointless, but you can see it's a pretty unique vehicle, so I really thought I hadn't driven it yet. Also, there's another helicopter under the ground that just keeps happening to me all the time, and I don't know why, and it's worrying. But yeah, we're almost there now, so yeah, I can keep commentating. But yeah, the Bandito is a really cool car. It's a pretty unique design, obviously, like an open wheel, like open cockpit car, just like pipes and stuff, like, you know, metal poles and whatnot. Okay, and here's me checking out the map. I haven't actually done this in a while, like undrown from here, so I was kind of worried that this wasn't the right spot, but thankfully it was, and I managed to undrown it. But not before that happens. So yeah, here's this old glitch. If you haven't seen this before, you're in for a bit of a surprise. Yeah, drive the vehicle into the water. But as the undrowning glitch kind of tells you, I'm going to undrown it. So yeah, there's a spot. I was a little worried when I swam into that and nothing happened, but yeah, here's the spot. It's a huge spot for undrowning things. Also, these clothes that I'm wearing seem to be really glitchy. It's like you can see through CJ a lot. There's like not enough polygons, or they're missing an underlying texture or something. But if you just like keep an eye on him, you like, look through him every now and then. It's kind of funny. Anyway, I'm just running around taking photos of things. You know, got nothing else to do while these vehicles sink to the bottom. Thankfully, the Bandito is a lot easier to push than the previous vehicles I've been using this glitch with. So that's nice. It was a nice change. It was a nice big spot to get, and it was a like really easy vehicle to push as well. So it made it a lot nicer. But yeah, here we go. So it's almost at the bottom, and I start pushing it now. Just push it in. Lovely. So yeah, that was a good segment. Did tons of vehicles there, but we're gonna do even more. So get ready for this next bit. Oh, actually, the next bit is not what I think it is. No, never mind. Reduce your hype. Yeah, the next vehicle is just another set spawn vehicle that I drive back to Los Santos. I still love this glitch though. It's so much fun. I really want to go and explore underwater at some point, just explore all the seabed. There's lots of holes in it and bits that aren't solid, so you need to be a bit careful, but yeah, it'd be fun just driving around seeing what's out there. Okay, so I lined this up fairly well, just to the left of this pier, and this vehicle has enough speed and it's pretty small, so it's easy to get it out like that. No problem at all, no problem. So yeah, there we go. And this is when I realised, oh yeah, I had a PCJ in here. Along with the invincible police ranger. Yeah, that's that segment done. Pretty simple stuff. The next one's pretty simple. And then the ones after that, anything but simple. Yeah. Oh yeah, last episodes, when I was doing the girlfriend stuff. Was it the last episode? I think it was. I have it in my notes, so I'm just going to believe it was. Last episode, I forgot to mention that I didn't break the jealous girlfriend script. So a few people pointed out that, hey Josh, you didn't spawn the jealous girlfriends. Surely you've broken that now and you can't get the rest of the vehicles right. Yeah, I forgot to mention that the she drives states doesn't trigger the jealous girlfriend script. So it never gets a chance to delete itself. Or deactivate itself. It doesn't delete it. It removes it from my hard drive. Yeah, so that is still fine. Don't worry about that. But that was something I forgot to mention, so I thought I'd mention it now. Anyway, remember to use the PCJ. But it kind of worked out. I mean, I got one use out of it like I was going to anyway. And drive back to the Shambles for the next vehicle to get... Oh, nice driving. So yeah, next episode is going to be more vehicle gathering. It should be a bit different though, since it has a very different theme to this one. But then the episode after that is a arbitrary milestone episode, and for those episodes, so far I've been doing like commentary versions, right? So episode 10 we had commentary taxi, episode 20 we had commentary driving skill, and episode 30 is going to be commentary gathering every other vehicle I haven't driven yet that I can find on the road fairly easily, plus some extra ones episode. I don't want to spoil it completely, but yeah, episode 30 is going to be another commentary one, so start considering your questions that you want to ask me, because it's going to be a whole lot of me just talking over stuff happening in the background and nothing interesting. So yeah, make sure you get some question ideas. Don't send them yet. I will gather the questions on the next episode. But I just thought, a heads up. It's when I first started this series, I liked to, talk about what the next episode was going to be about, and then I kind of forgot to do that for like 20, 30 episodes almost. So I'll try and do that now. It helps that I actually know what I'm going to do for the next episode, which is nice. So yeah, the next two episodes after this are gathering vehicles, and then episode 31 will, I don't know, we'll fly under every bridge or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, we really are getting towards the end of the master save now, so I'm like doing all these like silly goals at this point. Anyway, here we are in Los Venturas. Or at least in the desert. It's Los Venturas Island, is what I call it. And we're heading to the Big Ear. I think I came here once before. Maybe I'm misremembering that. That might be in one of my failed recordings. But the vehicle I'm about to get wasn't there, and thankfully it was this time. Also, I got pretty lucky with that cop. If I didn't honk fast enough, he was going to bust me. Also, my progress with Barbara continuously goes down in this episode, which is really scaring me. But I'll talk about that later. Anyway, here's the Sandmaster. Or Sand King. I got confused, it says Sandmaster on the side. And yeah, this is one of those rare-ish vehicles that you don't find on the road, but has a set spawn. And it's like obviously an off-road vehicle. It's a lot of fun to drive around off-road. Handles off-road really well. Also, I'm really impressed with the hitbox on these pylons. It's actually really surprising that they managed to get fairly decent hit collision like that, and it wasn't just a solid box that you couldn't drive through. It really shocked me when I was driving towards it. I was like, there's no way it's going to let me through, but yeah, it did. Yeah, have a lot more fun with hitboxes later in this episode. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, not to get too ahead of myself, this is the Sand King. And it's another vehicle that I arbitrarily decide to store in Los Santos. I probably should have just stored this at Los Venturas. I mean, I'm not really using Los Venturas for anything else at the moment. So it would have made a lot of sense to store it there. But I kind of forgot about that at the time. I was more interested in doing this neat little trick that I think I've done. I did it with a monster truck, that was a lot easier. And I think I did this with the police ranger? I don't remember. But anyway, here is this bridge, and here is me driving on the wall of it. So at the end of this bridge, there's a barrier, obviously, because all the bridges are closed. But if you keep some wheels on the side here, you can actually drive off the edge of it if you get to the end. So I was like carefully driving along, and then obviously the police are here to ruin my day. That one, the one that spawns in front of me, completely ruins it. So I have to turn around and do it again. But yeah, this is the fastest way to get this vehicle off this island and back to Los Santos. I could have there's like a really long and annoying undrowning setup I could have done. But I decided not to do that and just do this instead. This is a lot cooler. Hey, a helicopter that was above ground. Wow, amazing. But yeah, the only problem with doing this is the cops. But as long as they spawn behind me, it's okay. I think they hit me in the rear quite a lot, but they don't. Yeah, here's another one in the rear. I managed to keep on. And then just drifted off. There you go. That's how you get past the barrier there. And then luckily, I immediately lose 1 star and go down to 3. So now I don't have as much issue with the cops. Yeah, that's that. That's the Sand King. Woohoo! I guess I'll... Yeah, I won't speed it up. We're almost there. It's only a little bit to go. But yeah, so up next, the next few vehicles are all vehicles that do not have a set spawn. So this is where it gets a bit more interesting than me just driving to a place and getting a vehicle. Yeah, this is when we need good old luck to find vehicles on the road. Yippee! Oh dear. Also, I think I just drove past some tractors. Yeah, there's another one. I haven't actually driven a tractor yet, so I should probably do that. The tractors, Josh, get on the tractor. Nah, I'm sure I'll be able to find a tractor easily enough. Like, goddamn, it should be simple. So I'm not worried about that. Also in my note, oh yeah, that's what I remember now. In my my vehicles I've driven notes, I don't think the lawnmower was on there, which is really weird because there's a whoa, sick flip. Which is really weird because there's a lawnmower in my garage, so I must have driven it at some point. But I checked, and every single episode is accounted for on the list, so maybe there's like some episodes I only noted one vehicle down for or something like that. But if anyone knows what episode I drove that lawnmower into this garage, let me know, because I would love to mark it off my notes. My notes are like, I note down which episode I drove a vehicle. So I'd love to know what episode I drove that in there on. Anyway, you can see like a day passed. Several days have passed since the... Oh no, yeah, that was 1 day since that last recording. And now we're on to the next day. Woo! Actually, was this the 4th as well? This may have been the 4th too. Yeah, there's more Progress of Barbara lossage. It's really worrying me. So I obviously don't want to completely lose all my Progress of Barbara. And the thing is, unless I can do some on-mission zero wizardry, the earliest time I could date her is probably in like 100 episodes from now, when I unlock Los Venturas. So I'm really worried about my progress of her. It's going down pretty fast. It's at 37% now, and I have no idea what's causing it. I guess maybe it's the outfit? Like, I don't know. I don't know if that's a thing or not. I haven't really looked into it. I was planning on looking into it for the next episode if it keeps happening. But yeah, I just constantly lose progress with her, even though I'm not even on the same fucking island as her. It was really annoying. Anyway, here's me chasing these camper vans, because I want to drive them. And I decided to take the lawnmower out that garage, because that garage is really small, so I didn't want to like store anything in there. Also some 6 snipes there. Very good, very good. This one actually is a 6 snipe. There you go. Hooray. If you're wondering why I'm leading my target so much, this game actually does have bullet drop and speed on the sniper. Actually, I don't know if it has bullet drop, but it has bullet. It simulates like speed. It's not just hit scan. So yeah, you do actually need to lead the sniper rifle a bit. Anyway, here's a camper. I don't believe I drove it before this episode. Just checking. Yes, I haven't driven it before this episode, so yeah, that's a new vehicle as well. Woohoo! And I'm making this easy for the what vehicles I drove, guys. I'm calling everyone out. Okay, yeah. So the next vehicle I was gonna try to get, and this may surprise you. It was Berkeley's radio control van. So Berkeley's RC van. You know Berkeley, the rival of Zero. He has like, there's like one mission where Berkeley has some vans of his company vans driving around San Fierro, and you shoot them with a radio control plane. And there's like some really convoluted method where you can get the vehicle in that mission and then, you know, get it from there. But obviously that's, you know, 200 episodes from now, or 100 or whatever. So you may be wondering how the hell I'm going to get it now. And again, this is thanks to FNX Rack. I had no idea about this. I don't know if he found this out or other people told him, or her, assuming male. But yeah, apparently... Oh, sorry, I was to whack my desk. That was probably really loud. Apparently, Berkeley's radio-controlled... Berkeley's RC van can just spawn in ocean docks. But as you're about to see, it's really fucking rare, but it can happen. So my plan was to go to Ocean Docks, go to the same spot FNX Rack used. But his tactic, I guess I should link the video in the description since I'm really plagiarizing it now. His tactic was to sit on this sidewalk, I guess I'll say, and wait for the van to just go past him, and he just sits there AFK and waits for it. However, as you can see, I'm doing it for a little bit here. I decided to not do that. So I decided to be a bit more active at first, and I was like despawning vehicles and stuff. But then I decide that, hey, there's other vehicles I need to get, so I'm gonna drive up and down this road and try to find them. Also, I pick up hookers, because why not? So yeah, I'm just gonna drive around and try to find vehicles I haven't driven. So here's a pony. I haven't driven one of these, and now I have. Hooray, a pony. So if you don't know what Berkeley's RC van is, it's basically a pony but with some art on it. So yeah, we got really close there with that pony. Woo! Here's another hooker. So yeah, it takes me a little while to get into the rhythm of this, but I literally just drive up and down this road looking for vehicles for the next... Ooh, how long? Ooh, hour and a half? Probably not an hour and 10 minutes. So what do you guys say to just sitting here and watching me drive up and down this road for an hour and 10 minutes? What do you think? It's a good idea? Good idea? No? There's a pizza boy. I haven't driven one of those yet. And I still haven't, because he gets away from me. And I completely fail at killing him. Yep. Amazing. Oh, that's embarrassing. Not as embarrassing as other stuff that's going to happen later, but that was pretty embarrassing. So yeah, no pizza boy for me. But yeah, anyway. Rather than bore the ever-living crap out of everyone here... oh, here's a new vehicle. I can't remember what this one's called, though. Eventually I'll stop finding new vehicles and I won't interrupt myself. It's a burrito. There you go, that's what it is. Yeah, so rather than sit here and bore the crap everyone, I am going to speed this up. And I'm going to speed it up and then slow it down whenever I find a new vehicle and then speed it up again. And this is going to take a lot of editing, which I hate, but I'm going to do it just for you guys. So yeah, I'm gonna stop talking, I'm going to edit all the video, the remaining of it, and then I'm going to come back and talk over the edited version. So yeah, woo! See you in like an hour. Okay, I'm back. It has quite literally been an hour. It didn't take too long to edit it, but I kind of stopped to have lunch and stuff like that. Anyway, here's a coach, but I don't get on it because I've already gotten on a coach before. But I haven't gotten on this. This is a Yankee. There you go. Look at that thing. It's like a box attached to like a trailer. Yeah, it's weird. It's like the box isn't actually part of the car bit at the front. I have no idea what I'm talking about. You know, trucks and stuff. Trucks and stuff, right? And yeah, here's the speed up. So I put it to 500% as I drive around and look around for vehicles and stuff. There should be one right here. Yep, this is the utility van, which I think I've already actually driven before. I think I drove it in San Fierro once. Let's have a quick look. Utility van, yes. Episode 17 I drove a utility van. But never mind, I got in it anyway, just in case. And there should be another one right here. Yep, this is the Trash Master. Almost, there you go. That's the Trash Master. Obviously a pretty cool vehicle. It kind of looks like the Yankee, but instead of a box, it has a trash can, trash bin, I don't know. You know what I'm saying, it's fine. And then right after, we get another one, and there is this thing. This is a mule, I believe. Please be a mule. It's Benson, god damn it. They're kind of similar. Alright. Yeah, I'm driving up and down the road. Yeah, so all the roads here are like all those weird, you know, big, slow, heavy utility vehicles that all spawn around Ocean Docks. And obviously I'm never going to drive these at any other point. I don't really spend any time at ocean docks at all, so I'll have to do all these now. Yep, so here's this one. This is a flatbed? Yeah, there you go, I got it. Yeah, flatbed, that's it. I was about to say barracks, but it isn't that, is it? Okay, next one. Zoom in. Okay, this takes a while apparently. I can tell from like where I edited it. Oh yeah, I switched to the camper with a roof because the camper with a roof looks cooler. The little bed bit where you know, it's like the master bedroom of the place. You can like sleep in that top bit and you extend it out. Oh yeah, and then I switched to a cabbie. Yeah, this is just faster. So I'm driving around. I think I find one here. Yep, here we go. So here is a cement truck. I think I haven't driven one of these. Well, I have now, so there you go. Cement truck. Obviously pretty common in San Fierro, like near this garage safe house that you get later on. Right, so here's this tow truck, which I've obviously driven before. However, tow trucks are kinda rare, and I'll probably need one later in the playthrough, so I decided to just store it now. You know, just to have that for later. And then I get this picador, which is obviously I haven't driven before, which is nice. Yeah, that was that segment. This is all still sped up because nothing interesting happens between these segments. So yeah, that was a picador. This is a Virgo, which I haven't driven before. You'd think I would have, like just a normal car like this, but apparently I haven't. And then there's this thing here, which is a funky thing. And this is like a D something? DFT-30. Yeah, there you go. Pretty interesting vehicle. I wonder if you can actually put other stuff on the back of it and if it stays there or not. I don't know. Here's the next one. This is... Christ, what is this? Oh, a Rumpo. Okay, it's kind of like a pony, but not quite. And this here is a Boxville, which I have already driven before, which is the you have the black Boxville when you do burglary. So I've obviously driven that before. I don't know why I switched back to the Rumpo there, but yeah, whatever. And then immediately after I find this is a Line Runner, I believe. I don't think... Yeah, I haven't driven a Line Runner, and it is a Line Runner, so there's a new one. So I haven't driven that one, so I'm just driving this truck around. Well, it should be the next one, about 5 seconds. Ah, yes, the pizza boy. Yeah, he doesn't get away from me this time. There you go. And now I drive this pizza boy around for ages. But I eventually give up on it because my lean forward button finger was beginning to hurt. So. Oh yeah, not after this though. This is a bus. Look at this. It's kind of like a coach, but not quite. You don't see many of these actually. I don't think I've ever seen this vehicle like in single player before. It's kind of interesting. But yeah, that one's a bus instead of a coach. It's exactly the same as a coach, just shittier and more public, I guess. Do I decide to drive the bus? I think I give up driving the bus, yeah, and switch back to the pizza boy. There you go. I would have been painfully slow on the bus. Okay, and then... Oh yeah, here's a Hermes, but I've already driven that, so I left that sped up. Then the next one is right now... Yeah, this is a mule, right? Is this a mule? Yeah, there you go. Mule, got it. Right, and yep, jump over the Packer, nice one, nice one. Keep looking. This was really boring at the time, but thankfully I was watching... oh, here's a Remington. I haven't actually driven a Remington yet, which really surprised me, but yep, there it is, Remington. But yeah, this was really boring to do at the time, obviously. But thankfully I had lots of S who's doing 100% speedrun of this game. I had him to watch, so that was fun. Just listening to him on my phone so you guys don't hear the audio as well. Yeah, this is a pretty long... This is a long while until I find the next vehicle now, so... Yeah, I'm messing around with homies, but obviously this is a one-seater vehicle. You can't sit on the back when there's a pizza box. But yeah, Also, SGDQ is happening right now, but I'm assuming anyone who wants to watch it probably already knows about it. By the way, here's a Savannah, which I haven't driven yet. Yeah, I assume anyone who wants to watch GDQ already knows about it. Is probably already watching it, so I'm not going to promote that too hard. But yeah, obviously the biggest speedrun event of the year. I don't fully like GDQs that much. Don't like how they kind of represent the entire speedrun community in everyone's mind, but it's really not representative at all. It's a very American view of it, and very, you know, corporate view of it, which is totally not what speedrunning's about. Anyway, I got in this car, but I've already driven this one plenty of times before, so I left this sped up. Yeah, this was after my lean forwards finger button was hurting, so I switched. There's a Sabre. I've obviously already driven these before. It's just a faster car that I picked up. Yeah, and this is another section where I just don't find anything. So I found all the common vehicles you can find here. And now we are just waiting for like the super rare vehicles to show up, like Berkeley's RC van, which is ridiculously rare. Like, you can see how long I've been looking for it. It was what I was primarily looking for. So every time I see a pony, I get really excited, and then I realise it's just a pony and not an RC, not Berkeley's car. And a sick pack a jump. It looks cool in fast motion. Yeah, so here I decided to make a save because I'd driven loads of cars and done all sort of stuff. Yeah. Yep. Keep going. No reason to slow this down. There's a Rompo. And I think I switched to a pony here. Eventually. It takes me a long time though. I'm getting chased by vehicles that... That other Rompo like chases me, what the fuck. Yeah, so yeah, like I said, I just completely run out of vehicles to find now that there's like nothing else. I mean, I'm sure I'm driving past some stuff which is like triggering people, making it like shouting at me to... I haven't driven that yet, but yeah, well, I don't recognise every vehicle. Yeah, this is going to take a while. But yeah, there's Pony, there you go. But yeah, obviously GDQ is a pretty big speeding run event and raises a ton of money for charity, so I guess if you don't know about it, you should go check it out. Just go on Twitch, you'll find it. It's the biggest stream. And yeah, I get a question a lot about whether I'm going to be at a GDQ and stuff like that. And no, I probably never will be. The GTA speedruns is not really a common occurrence at GDQ. And normally to speedrun events, I go to like see my friends and stuff, not to be at a speedrun event, right? So the fact that I don't really know anyone that will be there, and most of the GTA guys go to ESA, so it's just pointless. San Andreas would never ever get in because they say bad words in it quite a lot, and GDQ don't really like bad words all that much. So there's no way of getting. Anyway, less about that. Here is Berkeley's RC van at long last. Hooray! So it's literally just a pony, but it has like I guess it has a square instead of some lines on the side, and it says Berkeley's RC on it. Wonderful. So that took... Ooh, that must have taken an hour to find. Probably was like an hour. I mean, I've obviously sped the footage up like a crazy amount. But yeah, it was a really long time finding this damn fucking van. And yeah, obviously I decided to go store it. I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to do with it. Because it's kind of useless. It's like a slow 4-seater vehicle, I guess. Maybe I could do some gang warfare with it or something, but it's not invincible or anything. It would just blow up. I don't know. It's just a cool trophy thing, I guess. I'm sure I'll just use it to drive to the airport at some point or something stupid like that. Yeah, I have no interest in keeping it. It's like, if I really want one, I can get another one. It's not that much of a problem. So, if it was like a literal, like, you know, I can only get this once kind of thing, like with the special unique vehicles later in the game, then I might care a little bit more. But yeah. Oh yeah, I struggle to put it in the garage here, I think. I like try to put it in reverse, and then there isn't enough room. And I check. Yeah, not enough room. It's like blocking the door. So then I just burn out, I believe. Why don't I just do a burnout right then? It's like I'm thinking about what I want to do. Josh, just do a burnout. Oh god. Oh, this is painful to watch. Why did I... I thought I would just do a burnout and spin it around. Oh, whatever. It's in. Who cares? And you can see how happy I am. Yeah, that took way too fucking long for a fucking pony, basically. So yeah, there's that. There's that rare vehicle. Done at last. And now it's time for the final rare vehicle that I'm going to get in this episode at least. And that is... Do I even reveal? I could leave it. I could leave it a secret. Yeah, you know what? I'm not even going to say what it is. You'll just have to find out. Don't skip ahead either. Yeah, so this next vehicle... I probably could have got more of this type of vehicle if I wanted to, but really isn't worth the time investment for the unique properties of it. It's like so minute, so insignificant, it's like whatever, I'll just get this one that it actually is kind of rare, and be done with it. So yeah, I left the safe house and I'm driving up north through Los Santos. It's hard to commentate these when you're not allowed to spoil what's happening next. Just wait, I guess. And here it is. It's this fire truck. Look how rare and special this fire truck... No, I'm joking. We're going to use the fire truck to find it. So, for level 1 and level 2, I think... Maybe level 3 and later as well. Why have I paused here? Interesting, I'll leave it in. For level 1 and level 2 of Firefighter, the vehicles that spawn are fireproof, and they are of a certain like range of vehicles that can spawn, right? I don't know. All I know is that you can only do this in level 1 and 2, what I'm about to do. So what I do is I find vehicles, and the vehicles that spawn are fireproof, so they're like, you know, don't get damaged by fire, which is kind of funny when you think about, you know, I need to rush to put them out and stuff. But yeah, so I'm driving around, I look for vehicles, and if it isn't the right vehicle, I cancel Firefighter, which blows it up, and then I try to find the next vehicle. So I'm going to drive around here for a bit. Oh, here's a Sultan, by the way. Oh yeah, have I driven a Sultan yet? Let me check that. I love this car. It's such a cool car to drive. Sultan. I have driven one. In episode 4 I drove one. There you go. So yeah, here's a fireproof Sultan. I was considering storing it, because I mean it's fireproof, it's unique a little bit, but I decided against it because it's not really that interesting. I do decide to show how it's fireproof though, so I blow up that vehicle, and then I just park the Sultan in the flames. And see nothing's happening, it's perfectly fine. Yeah, and then I just leave it there. So there you go, fireproof Sultan. So yeah, there's like loads of fireproof vehicles I could generate by doing this. Like absolutely tons of fireproof vehicles you could get. Some of them relatively decent, like a Sultan, some of them kind of rare. But I decided against that, because that was going to take a long fucking time to get all these vehicles. So I decided to not do that. Why did I put that out? What is this? Admiral. Have I not driven an Admiral? Let me check this. I have driven an Admiral in episode 10 and 17. What the hell was I doing? Okay, whatever. Maybe I didn't recognise it or something. So yeah, now I'm just going to drive around and try to find the specific vehicle I'm looking for. If I remember right, it doesn't take too long, so I'm not going to speed this up or anything like that. Yeah, here, this is a Landstalker. There you go. It's another vehicle I haven't driven yet. So here's a fireproof Landstalker. Woo! So I can mark that off the list. Yeah, keep going. It's like I could store it, but really now, how often do you run into fire with a car? Like, what would be the difference between a normal Landstalker and a fireproof Landstalker? Like, make basically no difference. It's like the worst unique property to a vehicle. It's kind of sad. I don't know what that was. I didn't even get to see it. I blew it up so quick. Keep driving. And aha! Here's what we've been looking for. This is a Patriot. And this is not a vehicle you can find on the road. I think one spawns in the army base and one spawns in San Fierro, but I haven't driven either of those. I drove the army base one in the April Fool's episode, but that doesn't count. So yeah, here's this one. This is the first Patriot we've driven, and it's fireproof. Woo, great. Now, coming up, on Twitter, I posted a tweet saying I had just recorded the most embarrassing segment ever. A lot of people were speculating what I was talking about. I love teasing people like this. Some people were thinking that I had like done the hot coffee mod. Other people were thinking I'd like gone out and eaten the meals in game in real life or something. It's like, what? No one guessed anywhere near correctly. What it was my embarrassment at trying to store this Patriot in this garage in multiple ways. So yeah, here's a Sand King and here's a Patriot, and this garage is very, very tiny and things don't fit. So however much longer this video is, I don't know how much longer it is for you, but however much longer this video is literally me trying to put this Patriot in this garage. I'm not joking. So I'm going to go ahead and, surprise, surprise, I'm going to speed this up. It starts with me trying to fit the Sand King and the Patriot in the garage at the same time. And then it devolves into a different strategy. Yeah, so I'm just going to talk over this while it's sped up. So here's me pushing the Patriot in. So now I'm trying to do it the other way around, put the Sand King in after the Patriot. But that doesn't work. So then I give up. And then you're thinking, boy, Josh, it can't be that hard, right? You have the Patriot in the garage now, what's the problem? Well, the problem is future. So when I want to store other stuff in that garage, I'm going to run into the same problem. So what I'm doing is I'm moving this Sand King into this garage, which there is enough room to fit enough cars in. It just doesn't let you. There we go. Just put the Sand King on top of the cheater. It'll be fine, trust me. And now I am going to go do something else. So what I'm doing here is I'm looking for a packer. And this packer takes way too damn long to spawn. That was a terrible sentence. It takes too long to spawn. I really thought I was just going to drive over here and find a packer like almost immediately, because I always find packers. But I don't. So, surprise, surprise, I'm going to speed this up even more because this takes way too long. So now we're at 1000% speed, and my preview is lagging the hell out, but hopefully it's okay in the actual final rendered video. I think the hard drive, the new hard drive I'm using, well, it's actually an old one. Did I talk about that already? Did I talk about that? Maybe I didn't actually talk about that. Yeah, I was, well, I guess this is a good point to talk about it. I was constructing a new computer for my brother, sort of, like building a motherboard and whatnot for him. Not building, plugging in stuff. And then I took his old parts home, and then I went through my old computers, and I found one that had a hard drive in it, and I was like, ooh, and I was like, went through the hard drive, and there was nothing interesting on it, so I formatted it, and now I have a really old 500 gigabyte hard drive, and I'm using that to store footage on, which is quite nice. So while I was really struggling for storage space before, I now have a really old, slow, and probably going to die soon hard drive to just dump footage on and nothing else, as a loud vehicle goes past outside and ruins my bloody recording. Oh, sod it, I'm right at the end, I'm not retaking that. God damn it. It's too hot, I have to open the windows, I'm sorry. So yeah, that's nice. So yeah, I guess when I play back stuff at 1000% speed, the hard drive can't really take it and it lags out a bit. But yeah, anyway, long story short, I have like 500 gigabytes more storage now, so that's nice. I was really restricted before with how many recordings I could make, but now I can, which is really good, because this is one of the longest recording sessions, successful recording sessions, episodes I've had. That was another terrible sentence. My recordings get split into 15-minute chunks, and there are 11 chunks. So this was like fucking, what was that, 3 hours of footage? Almost. It was fucking really long. I told you how long the Raw one was at the start. It was like 1 hour 50, right? So, yeah, this is a really long episode. And yeah, this happens. This crazy crash. Like, look at that. What the hell? I guess the Packer is just really light or something. Or something's wrong with the physics there, but that was ridiculous. But yeah, anyway, I have a Packer. You're probably wondering why the hell I have a Packer. But it'll all become clear soon. So yeah, if me trying to jam 2 cars in a space that isn't going to fit wasn't embarrassing enough for you, this next part is really, really, really embarrassing. And I'm probably going to end the commentary and just let the video play out because I have nothing to say over it. A lot of people told me to post whatever it was raw on Twitter because I was talking about how I didn't know how the hell I was going to edit it to make it watchable. Everyone told me to just post it raw and no editing. It's like, I'm not going to do that. So I will speed it up for you once I get there. I probably should have sped to this painfully slow Packer driving up as well. But yeah. What I'm going to try to do is, if you've watched episodes before, you know that this garage is bugged and will let you store a Sea Sparrow on top of it. And the only helicopter small enough will store, like this is the Sea Sparrow that gets stored there. Well, it's not just helicopters you can store on the roof, it's also cars. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this Packer to park the Patriot on top of the building, on top of the garage, so there's a real garage I can use for storing other vehicles later without having to use a Packer. And then if I want to, I can use a Packer to store them on the roof. The garage still has a limit of 4 cars, like every other garage, pretty much. But it's like the limiting factor of this garage is the actual room inside of it. There's like hardly any room. So yeah, I'm gonna use the Packer to store the Patriot on top of the thing. You think this is simple, right? You think, boy, Josh, how could this video make you much longer? You got the Packer lined up, you got the Patriot. Like what? Do you just fall off of it, or do you just can't drive up a straight line or something? No, it's nothing like that. It's this. The Patriot's too big. The Patriot doesn't fit in between those 2 things on the Packer, and it doesn't go up. And what ensues next is... Ooh, how long? How long is it raw? It's 15 minutes of me trying to figure out this puzzle of how do I get this Patriot on the roof even though it doesn't fit in the Packer. So you can see I'm trying to lift it up. It's like, no, that doesn't quite work. Yeah. I guess I could like talk over my thought process at the time. So I'm just like getting frustrated. I'm like, I can't believe this doesn't fit, all this. I drove the Packer all the way here and it doesn't even fit. Now the Packer's going crazy because I'm jamming a hitbox inside of another hitbox. Am I really going to commentate this without speeding it up? I bet you're all begging me to do it, right? God damn it. Alright, if you don't want to watch this, thanks for watching. Next episode we'll be getting more rare vehicles. By the way, the Patriot kind of works a bit better in reverse, but not quite. Yeah, if you don't want to watch me try to jam this Patriot on through this Packer for 15 minutes or whatever, thanks for watching, and I'll see you for the next episode. But look how interesting this is. I finally managed to lift it, though. So, yeah, here's me lifting it, and I'm like, aha, now all I have to do is line the Packer up. Perfect. Now all I have to do is... Oh, I can't get in it. It's like, I got it past those poles, but then I can't get in it. So like, okay, I'll try climbing on top of the Packer to get in. Here we go. I'm also failing at climbing this wall, and then I realise I'm supposed to climb from this direction. There you go. So, yeah, so I can get on top of the Packer. Good. Now how do I drive the Patriot? It's like, squeeze past? No, that doesn't work. Yes, this takes way too long. So I'm trying to like shift the Patriot forwards by driving back and forth. There you go, it's sort of moving a bit. It's like, I was like trying to get it past the thing and then lower it, but that didn't work because it fell off. So I was like trying to shimmy it past the poles and then lower the thing, but yeah, that didn't help at all. So yeah, I decide to... I don't want to destroy the Patriot, right? So I'm like putting the Patriot back in the garage to heal it. The Packer seems okay for health, so yeah. Alright, so here we go. Getting the Patriot out. Now, what's my next plan? I don't remember my thought process here. I know how spoilers, I know how I successfully do it, but I obviously won't tell you how. This is suspense right here. So yeah, now I'm going to try reversing it up again by the looks of it, although I've parked the Packer in a really terrible spot. Do I get it? I'm lining up. Yeah, here we go. So I'm just going to try and ram it up in reverse again. Oh, it's like, I get so close. It's like almost, and then I go through, but then I fall off. Oh, so close. I mean, it wouldn't help anyway. The Packer's in the wrong place. Like, I don't even know what I'm thinking. Like, what am I thinking right now? Even if I got on top of the Packer, what would I do? Like, the Packer is nowhere near the wall, right? Like, what am I doing? This is so stupid. This is so embarrassing. This was really late at night. This was like at 11 o'clock at night when I normally go to sleep. I'm an early bird. What can I say? I wake up at like 5 a.m., 6 a.m. normally. But yes, it was like really late at night, and I just want this over. I just made all this, all this effort to get this Patriot, and I haven't saved or anything, right? So my only options would be to quit out, cancel the recording, do the recording again, and try to get another Patriot. But then I would also need to get, a Landstalker and all that other stuff I was lucky enough to get. So it's like, I can't redo this segment. I have to do this now. So I'm just like desperate to just get this Patriot in, because I can't go back on myself and just put the Patriot and then go save and forget the Packer, can I? 'Cause what kind of recording would that be, right? Annoyingly, I can get into the Patriot then. Like, look at that. I flew on top of the Patriot and got in, but I can't get in the Patriot when it's on top of the Packer. It's ridiculous. Alright, so I'm putting the Patriot back in the garage. Yeah, gonna heal it up. I guess I move the Packer now. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna move the Packer. Emma was on the sofa behind me, and I was just raging to her about my thought process at the time. It's such a shame I wasn't recording live commentary for this. This is one of those few things I wish I was streaming when I did it, because this is so hilarious. Although at the same time, I don't want to know what Twitch chat's reaction would have been to this. It would have been a slew of people laughing at me, and then lots of suggestions which were probably wrong, and lots of other stuff. Alright, so I finally managed to line the Packer up again. Yeah. And I raised the thing a little bit at the back. So my thought process is I could, if I raise it just enough, maybe I could squeeze over the top of the things. So I'm, going to drive forwards. And, I get a lot further this time. I get through, but, I just fall off of it a bit. Because it just wiggles me around too much. So I'm I'm so close. I'm so close to doing this. So I line the Packer up again. Raise the thing at the back a little bit more. Alright, here we go again. Drive the Patriot out. Line it up. Drive on. And this time I don't get as far. It's weird. The raising it kind of made it worse, right? So now I'm just kind of getting stuck on the raised bit and not going any further. But I'm also stuck in the hitbox and stuff. But look, I'm just squeezing through almost. Oh yeah, this is when I get really stuck. So now the Patriot is completely stuck and I can't get it out. And now I'm worried about blowing up the Packer, the Patriot, and me. And why am I even trying at this point? The Packer's unaligned. I guess I'm trying to get out. Look. There goes a door. Oh, I just give up and get out. Yeah, I think I just raise it up. Yeah, there you go. And I'm now what? I'm just thinking, how do I get this off now? I can't drive it, can I? So I have no idea. So I think I just... Oh yeah, this is when I try to shimmy it. Yeah, okay, so this bit... I'm lining up really carefully, and now I'm just going to try and shimmy it forwards, which, to my credit, actually does work. So we go back really slowly, and you drive forward fast and hit the wall. And look, it flies forwards. So I've got it past the thing at the back now. So now I'm like, aha, this is it. I could do this. I'm like, I lower it. I'm like, maybe I can get inside the Patriot, because it's not exactly on the edge, is it? So yeah, now now it's like a minute or two of me trying to drive the Patriot on top of the Packer. So like, okay, so I've tried to reverse the Packer up, the Patriot up. I've tried to drive the Patriot up normally. I've tried to shimmy the Patriot along. I've tried to raise the Patriot and then get on it. I've tried to, shimmy it along and then lower it and get in it. It's like nothing works. There's no way of doing this. I just couldn't quite, like, there's no way to get over. And then I'm just like, wait. Eventually I realised, why am I trying to climb it from this side? If I want to get to the front, why not I just climb the wall and jump from the front? I think I realised this eventually, right? Please tell me I realised this eventually. Good God, this is so awful. No, Josh, stop. Stop, Josh. Climb the house. Please climb the house. Oh dear. How much longer do I try to do this? I was so tired at the end of this. I was just furious. I just wanted this over. Am I going to try and shimmy it again? Yeah, I am. Unfortunately, this is kind of really damaging the Packer doing this. Oh god, look at that. Oh, it almost runs me over and kills me. But yeah, you can see the Packer is like has white smoke now. So me driving it into the wall wasn't the best idea. It's kind of destroying it. So now I'm worried about the Packer's health. So I'm going to like line this up again. God, what am I planning to do here? So I'm manipulating the thing at the back. Yeah. Am I going to try drive it up again? Yeah, I'm just going to drive up it again. Nope. Still nothing. Oh, do I try? Okay, I'm trying to raise it again. How much longer is this? Oh my god, there's like 5 minutes of this left. 6 minutes, actually. Okay, there's me trying to raise it. I can't do it. I really should have sped this up. Or not commentated it. I should have done something, right? I should just torture myself making me watch this again. How many people have tuned out by now, do you think? How many people watch this to the end? Alright, so I'm like raising the thing again. Do I try again? Yeah, trying again. Oh, a bit of speed that time. Oh, almost. Almost, I'm getting it stuck again. No. Oh god, now it starts bouncing around. That's when you get scared, is when I'm not in control of either vehicle. But aha, I got on the thing again. So what is it I try to do here? Like, what's my plan? Like, okay, it's kind of at an angle. Like, what am I doing? Am I doing this again? Oh god. That went really far that time, but the Packer's health must be really low. Okay, so okay, finally I'm going to try it like this. Okay, so climb it like this, and there's a little tiny bit of space to the door, but can I fit? Can I fit? Oh no. Try again, okay. This is so awful. Is this what I'm going to be remembered for in like 100 years when people find my ancient YouTube channel? This is what I'll be remembered for. If you're watching this, grandkids, I'm not this stupid, I promise. Oh, yeah, I'm thinking again. Here's thinking. No. Oh god. Is it over? I don't even remember how I do it now. I've actually forgotten. I think I remember how I do it. But I don't give up. I'll say that much. I don't give up. I have enough patience to do this. I do not give up. Oh god, that smoke is turning black. That's not good. Yeah, I'm just like thinking about it. I'm just thinking really hard. Where can I do? What am I doing? Oh, was I trying to... Oh, I was trying to line it up sideways so that I could drive the Patriot from the roof? Yeah, but then what would I do then? Like, I'm in the Patriot, the Packer is sideways, like, what do I do? I can't fucking drive it on, can I? Oh, so I'm trying to, like, put it in the corner, so if I... Yeah, but then... I'm, like, trying to make it so I can get on it, in it from the roof, and then drive forwards onto the other roof. But then it kind of gets a bit stuck. So, I think yeah, that's not good. Do I try to drive? Oh god, it's bouncing around. Oh, I don't even land on it. Oh dear. Oh no, I walked inside. Yeah, when I did this, I had a heart attack because I thought I despawned them both because they were too close to the door. But thankfully it doesn't happen. And yeah, now the Patriot is in a really bad spot. I get so lucky here. I get so lucky that the Patriot never flips over or something. Like, it's fireproof, but it's not immune to being flipped over, obviously. Alright, so I'm healing the Patriot again. Unfortunately, I can't heal the Packer, and the Packer is really close to death now. Okay, what's my plan now? Do I have another plan? Oh, okay, yeah, this is when I considered giving up. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna make a save here, just in case... the Patriot's in the garage. I'll make a save here, just in case I lose the Patriot. After I had that, like, close call there. So I was like, at least I'll have that. Okay, so I lowered the thing. What am I doing? Yeah, now I'm going to put the Packer into position again. Okay... Oh god, this must take ages trying to line this up. Oh god. Do we have to watch this? Almost. Almost. There we go. Okay, alright. Right, I think this is when I finally successfully do it. So I try to drive up it again. But I still can't fit through it. And it's like, the thing is so high that I'm like bouncing on it, so I can't really do it. But then I try to reverse up it. And then... Oh, look how close this is! Oh, I was so close. It's like, now I have hope. Now I know I can do it. So I'm just like, okay, this is it. I must get this right. So here we go. So this is the method. You raise the Packer a little bit, line it up, and then reverse quickly up the back. And you sort of just like fly through the thing. I'm like, I'm so close. It's so close, but I just can't quite do it. And every time the Patriot flips and I get really scared. Okay, here we go. I think this is it. I think this is it. Do I get it this time? Oh. Oh. No, not enough speed. Alright, so I'm like, okay, fine, I gotta go fast. Oh! Oh! Yeah! And then I finally did it. So the Patriot disappears. It's in the garage. Hooray! And that was that. Thanks for watching, especially if you watched all of that. I promise I won't ever do anything that terrible again. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you for the next episode. Bye!